What is up, guys? I am rho-no. Welcome to a special video. Now we're going to go over the greater gifting event of 2020, what it means for the average player, what it means for the top tier alliances and top tier player in all, and how Kabam is already screwing this up for the top guys and how they could screw it up for the average guy. Let's talk about our wish list for the greater gifting crystal and all, and how those crystals need to get buffed when they're already nerfing the top alliance rewards. And let's talk about what the greater gifting event really is in 2019 versus what it is in 2020. So in 2019, the greater gifting event basically broke the game in this way. There were not many, if any, rank 3 6-star champs at that time in 2019. In fact, if you were the top alliance, you got a 50% class selector. If you were rank 2, you got 50% crystal, 50% tier 5 class catalyst crystal. In other words, you didn't get to pick which way that went. What that meant is the new champ, new rank of the entire game was only offered to the top alliance in the game, and that's why rank 1 and rank 2 were so important. And that was important because you had the new rank of the champ that was never experienced by everyone else in the community, so you had that as bragging rights. But AQ wise, you also tore apart the prestige game that a lot of people in the AQ realm were really chasing after. So that meant that you formed Super Alliance 1 and Super Alliance 2, and those alliances battled head to head, sometimes in regular ways and sometimes in irregular ways, which became pretty synonymous with the 2019 greater gifting event. But what this really is pushing those top guys to the next level in a way that made the game exciting for them. And although the average player like me sitting back, and I would say that I am a spender, I wouldn't call myself the average day-to-day player, because I am a whale, but I will say even the average whale like myself was sitting back and watching this chaos, and I did not partake in that. I actually sat back and watched all this. But what it really meant for the game is a new area for the top people to spend that would go towards making this game better for everyone. Even the free-to-play player benefits when the whales whale out because the game runs smoother. They get new champs. The people that make this game don't work for free. And they come out with this new content with the selectors. They come out with all of these, you get some money from Apple and blah, 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 and Google for making a game where people are addicted to playing it and grind out. But ultimately, what makes this game and makes it updated are those top people that are willing to spend that money. 2020, we don't have this groundbreaking crystals. We don't have this next rank up. And is it too soon? Since then, people were getting at the greater gifting their first rank 3 champ. Most people, and now those top guys have up to 12, 14, 16 rank 3 6-star champs. So you could also have the argument, well, that escalated pretty quickly. But at the same time, I can see Kabam's point of view, like we made the rewards too juicy. But because they made them too juicy, they did make it exciting. We were watching it like a sports event. We were all talking about it. We made lots of discussions in the chats about it. And so it did make the game more exciting in a way that it probably hasn't before. So to get away from the alliance kind of banter, this game went to the solo rewards and made those a little bit juicy. And it made it where you get a rank up gem crystal 2 to 3. You also get a tier 5 class catalyst selector and tier 5 basic catalyst. You get some Nexus 6-star hero. So they made it a little bit juicier, but they didn't make it where you could rank for a 6-star champ. They did not make it where you could at least, what they could do is make it where you got half of a rank 4 6-star champ, and the other half was in book 2. That would have made the whales come out, and it would have made it chaotic again. But I do think a lot more people this year have a lot more faith in Kabam weeding out those tactics that were used last year in 2019 that were not fair. And I do think with all the bans they've had and all the red units that they had, that I do think that this game is more fair than it's been, or at least perceived more fair than it's been. All right, where does the average player come into this? The average player doesn't get anything except for this, because they're not participating in those top alliance rewards or those top solo rewards. By the way, the top solo people all know each other, and they were in the top alliance 1 and 2, and they are going to gain both those alliance rewards and the solo rewards. So even though they tried to break up the alliances, I think that they're still going to get together regardless, because they have to swap with someone. And if they're going to swap that much, they're going to swap, they're going to be in the same alliances. So those alliances are already forming. Next, if you look, these are the 2019 Greater Gifting Crystal. This is the average player. We get these for the free-to-play player gets these for free, a certain number of these. And what I would like to see is these rewards buffed, and they have to be buffed. What I would like to see out of this is, instead of the Kang and Thanos are nice, but they need to add a new champ to this. They need to add a new champ that the average player does not have, or even the top tier player doesn't have. I think it would be nice if they added one of their new champs. You could have the new champ in there, or you could have I'm not sure who you would have. I guess you could do like the Legends run Act 6 champ, the Wolverine. You could put that in here, although the Legends run winners would not like that most likely. But that's one champ you could put in here to make it exciting. Because at one time, Thanos and Kang were the Legends run champs. So it would be nice to have a new champ in here. These need to be 6 stars instead of 5 stars. The random 5-star selector needs to be a 6-star, random 6-star selector. Then the tier 1 alpha need to be tier 2 alpha. The 6% for the 4-star awakening needs to be a 5-star. If they had a 9% chance to get a +5 random 6-star 6 stones would be really good. Because those people still competing in the top AQ, they would really like that, so they spend on these crystals. So these Greater Gifting Crystals for the average player needs to be buffed. These need to be really buffed where these crystals are exciting again. And these are definitely 2019 kind of numbers. You can see there are no 6-star shards in here. There are no 6-star 6 stones. There are no 6-star champs. And importantly, we have some new toys here in the game since 2020. We have Selectors. So I think that they should add Selectors in here. Another game, another toy that they added this year in 2020 is Nexus. They could make these Greater Gifting Crystals, since they nerfed the top rewards, they should buff these rewards to the point where those people competing at the higher levels, especially those that want the 6-star 6 stones, they should make them excited. But I will tell you that I have been talking with some of those guys that were on Seaton's list as the top spenders. I talked to a couple of them, and they've said the same thing, that they have a bunch of 6-star 6-star champs that are rank 3. They have a ton of them, and they're just waiting for Book 2 to come out, and they're bored. They just spent the rest of their Greater Gifting Crystals the last couple months. In other words, they bought so many that they were just opening, and they just stopped opening them a couple months ago. So they don't care about these crystals. But the average player and even the whales, the mini whales, care about these crystals. They care about what's in them. they want to make them for their YouTube channels. They want to make these openings to share in their line chats. They want to rank up their champs. And those top tier whales, they don't care about these crystals, but the average player does. And the fact, and I would like to see more free-to-play player getting more of these. I wish they would just give out like quite a bit. Christmas is on the 25th. I think they should get out 25 of these right on Christmas. Something cool like that, the Christmas gift or something, or something more, selective, like a selector on Christmas. But I do think these need a huge buff. So basically, these crystals come out pretty soon. Hopefully Kabam, I don't think they'll listen to my video, but hopefully they make these juicy enough where the average player does benefit. So, and the top players, hopefully they offer them something a little bit better too. If they do offer them something so they can spend and then the game, gets better. And I know people are saying, well, when they spend, they get these new champs. There's a big gap between free-to-play players, and there's a big gap between those who spend. I agree. That gap is big, but last year didn't break the game. Last year they had the new rank 3s that no one had, and it didn't break the game afterwards. It maybe broke up some alliances and made some people upset, and it made the chats very interesting. But it didn't break the game. In fact, if anything, I think it propelled the game. I think it made it where they kind of offered it to everybody. Now, I do have more of my friends that are not really engaged in the game as much, still getting some good champs and still getting some good rewards. So that's because this game is funded by those big whales, unfortunately. But that's how it goes. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. So, but I do think that they should reward those guys for spending their money, especially if somebody's going to spend those crazy numbers. Now, I watched Sean's video, and he talked about those numbers. Those numbers were crazy. So, those people need to be rewarded for something, for spending that much, So anyways, guys, tell me what you think down below. What would you like in the comments? What would you like in these greater gifting crystals? Do you think the whales should keep being milked the way they are? Do you think we should make those rewards better for them so it's better for everyone else in the game? Do you think 2019 broke the game? Did you think that, those big rewards that no one had for those few months really broke the game? Anyways, guys, tell me what you think. Thanks again for watching my videos, and hopefully I'll make more videos like this soon.